Oh, it started. So, we're having a big issue, and I know you're told immigration, but they're not immigrants. They're invaders. They're coming into this country illegal. Now, in all other countries, like people have crossed into Mexico, been arrested and thrown in prison because they were crossing the border. And out there, they don't have lines, they don't have anything. A Vietnam or some type of Iraqi, a vet or something, crossed into Mexico, and he was arrested. I think it took 8 months or something for him to be released. They're invaders. They're breaking our laws. Our laws say that you have to come here with passports and all this, and you have to apply, and you can't just break into the country. You have to come through the port, be checked out, make sure you're not some crazed lunatic like we have now. I don't know what the number is. Huge. 13,000 murderers. Fentanyl bringing hundreds of thousands of children and turning them into hookers and prostitutes in the United States, with all those children they're bringing across the border. Psychos, possessed people, you name it, are being let out of prison and sent over here. Oh, there was a terrorist that was going to do a bombing on election day, and they caught him. This is what Kamala and the Democrats they've been flying him in. They didn't travel 10 or 15 or 20,000 miles by walking. They were brought here intentionally. They were flown here, all by taxpayer money. They're using our money for their agenda. That should piss you off alone, especially when we haven't recovered from the COVID lockdown, which was bullshit and hurt so many people. Millions and millions of people lost their homes, businesses, you name it. Gone. And then Bill Gates went and bought up all the farms as they went under because they couldn't have anybody to sell to, because all your favorite restaurants were closed because they weren't essential. All their food went bad. They weren't essential. So they're illegals, but they're invaders. They're not immigrants. And what a catch, man. Oh, these poor immigrants. Yeah, I'm sorry they have it rough in their country. Totally sorry. We give billions of dollars to all these countries. Where's that money going? It's all payoff or something. Bribes, but it's not going to the people. It should be. And it should be delegated. Hey, this goes to the people, or we don't give you the money. But it goes into somebody's pocket. We give away hundreds of billions of dollars that they tax the hell out of us for agendas across the world. It's not for our agendas. It's for the globalist Democrat and the globalist Republicans they have. We all saw how they, I don't know, maybe half the Republicans turned on the Republican Party and the will of the people, the Tea Partiers, the MAGA, the Trumpers, the whatever. MAGA is Make America Great Again. And they act like that's bad, and they tell you not to respect the flag, to burn the flag, and attack your congressmen and senators, and wherever they are, attack them. And that's not American. That's hate, fascist, Nazi Germany against the Jew type demeanor and attitudes. Holy shit, what's wrong with people? Those illegals need to go. They need to come in and be vetted. They need to be checked out. They need to have cards, fingerprinted, all that stuff. And most of all, to be an American, you need to learn English and the Constitution. That was a requirement. And now it's like, no, you can just do whatever. No. It is the law. You become American. You assimilate to this country, the laws of this land, the Constitution, and the fabric of our society. We love apple pie and baseball. We speak English. You know, that kind of stuff. We have a constitution and laws, which the justice system's gone to shit too. They've been tearing that down with all these idiots they put in office. But any case, the illegals shouldn't be coming in at all. And we sure in the hell shouldn't be giving them free everything. They live better than I do, and they don't work. Then they work under the table, and they still collect all that shit. I had 3 families. There was 2 households and 3 or 4 families living. Actually, there was another one. So there was 3 houses and 3 or 4 families in one of them. The other one had kind of extra people, and then the other one had a couple families in it. And what they told me was they were working, collecting all this money and sending it back home to buy farms to go there and retire. Back to their country in Mexico, taking our money and making their life better in Mexico. That's not American. Now, I'm not saying people can't move, but they don't get to come here, collect all these freebies, work underneath the table. And with I knew one guy that had 3 social securities, 3 dates of birth, and 3 separate addresses. And I know that's because I work in the legal field and I track people down all the time. And I had to track him down and serve him. And that's what I came up with. And he was a bitch to find because he had 3 addresses, he had 3 socials, and 3 dates of birth. But I always get people anyway. But he's collecting all that money, or his wife. He's creating bills, burning people, and he'll just get another social security and date of birth and address and just go on. And I believe 2 of them he was using to screw people, and the other one he was keeping clean for himself. And that's what he did. And then his wife, who collected all these benefits and probably stated that she was all alone and she had all these children. Yeah. Collect more money. And when 2008, when Obama's crap hit, his disaster that he made and brought to America, I had 4 kids taken care of by myself. I didn't have an extra partner to make money, and my work dropped. They changed 2 laws in my work. I lost 50% of my income almost overnight, and then my gas bill went from $300 a month to $1,000. And most of that was just dropping kids off because no one was able to afford my line of work because their gas bill went up, and they couldn't afford attorneys and stuff and my type of work. So I was sucking on fumes. I lost maybe 60 to 70% of my income, and I was struggling. And I went and tried to get help. Not. And I never went to Winco, but I went to Winco a few times to get some bread, cheese, sandwich mix, cheap stuff just to get us by. And I seen these, I'm guessing Mexican, but they had 4 kids, 1 in the womb almost ready to pop out. They had 2 grocery carts, one with a child in it with a bunch of roast and shit in it, and another full cart. And they go up there and swipe that EBT, or whatever they called it back then. They'd swipe that card, and they'd ring up all this stuff. And here, I got a few items that I'm trying to buy just to get us by. And they're just swiping away, eating roast and steaks and all kinds of good stuff. Wow, that must be nice. All free, all given to them. Didn't earn a dime of it, obviously. So, that's not immigration. And that shouldn't be allowed. Let me pick out some countries that I want to go to and say, hey, I want to come to your country and I want you to pay for everything I need. No. You come here, you work. You don't get free. You don't get none of our money. Now, if they're really a refugee, then I would be for giving them some assistance for a while till they can get in. But they're coming through and being checked out and make sure they're not terrorists. And they're actually from a refugee country that they didn't cause to have a war, that they're really fleeing from for the right purposes. And technically, if you're a refugee, you don't get to come completely across the whole world to our country. You flee to the nearest border is how a refugee status and how a refugee is supposed to work. But you don't get to come over here and collect $3,000 or $4,000 for your benefit, to take care of you. That's bullshit. We have our own people that paid into the system that worked their whole lives that need help. Yes, dumbass, I'm waiting. Hurry up! Oh, man. People are so stupid, sorry. Any case, so all this illegal crap, immigration. Our forefathers they came over here the right way. They came over, they were processed, they applied for citizenship, just like the Mexicans do today, and all the rest of them. They apply, they come over, they get screened and all kinds of stuff. That's what they do. That's the legal way. You don't get to break in our country and then take all these supplies and take away from our children the schooling and overcrowd the schooling and medical. I got medical for the first time in 30 years. 27 years or something. But these guys just came and got everything. They just got everything. They get medical, dental, Section 8, live like king. I work, well, not so much now, but I still work 50 hours a week. And they do nothing. So this is all wrong. Don't buy into that. They're using our tax dollars to send you phony commercials, to pass phony bills that aren't good for us. Obama allowed the media to lie. He changed the law to allow them to lie to us without consequences. That needs to be changed. They're lying to us every day. Everything out of their mouth is a lie. They twist and lie, especially CNN, MSNBC, ABC's there, CBS, maybe not as bad, but still part of the system. And you ever noticed when they tell you something, you can look on every globalist station out there and they'll all say the same thing. Identical, like a Hollywood script. All this is said. So the news needs to stop lying. We need to stop allowing all this foreign invaders to come in here and screw up, taking over apartment buildings, raping our children, killing our children, harming our society. They're criminals. I heard all the Cuban jails are emptied. All the Venezuelan things are, all the prisons and psych wards are emptied, and crime's gone down in all these other countries because they gave us all their criminals. What is that? And Kamala says, oh, the border's fine. It's secure. Mayorkas, biggest liar, man. No, the border's secure. Yes, the border's secure. Well, how all these people come in? Well, and he starts ranting on about all this stuff that doesn't apply to anything that was asked. The borders aren't secure, and he's lying. He's letting all these people in. They're hurting. The drugs are hurting. The child prostitution that's coming here. 325,000 kids are missing. 325,000. Where's all the so-called good people? Not good. If you don't do good, you're not good. If you don't sacrifice, you're not good. Sorry. That's a reality. You can believe whatever you want. You can justify it any way you want. You're not good if you don't do good. And not for your family or for yourself. That's not good. Satan does that himself. Not good to other people. And helping out your fellow mankind. You're not good. So all this illegal immigration has to stop. All the spending of our money to Ukraine. Funneling money left and right. They're not even using it. If Putin was trying to do anything, he could destroy him in 2 seconds. He just doesn't want NATO on his border, just like we didn't want Russia on our border in Cuba in 1960s. And we still don't. So it's just that Putin didn't want NATO on his border, right? And I don't blame him. So they're lying to you about that. Ukraine is the crookedest money laundering country in the world. And they're funneling where's all that money going? It's sure in the hell not going to fight the war. Look, we're about ready to win. We just need a little more money. We're going to win. Yeah. Bullshit. You can't beat Russia. They can't beat them. Not in a million years. They don't even have shit to do so. Doesn't matter what we give them. They don't have the ability. Russia can stomp them out. They're a superpower. Ukraine's a little shithole. Now, I'm not against the people because they're beautiful people. In fact, a lot of those people love Putin anyway. It's not their war. Somebody else's war. A lot of things went on there where their own people, Ukrainian people, were being killed by these white hats or whatever, people that were pretending to be something else. Kind of like the Indians. Back when the Indians, white man, army, whatever, were dressed up as Indians and scalp and kill and rape women and destroy farms and make it seem like the Indians did it. Then the press would get everybody mad, so then they'd scream, yes, army, go in and wipe out all those Indians and put them on reservations. And that's what they did. How horrible is that? That's why they always said white man speak with forked tongue, because they're liars and deceivers, those people. It wasn't so much us. We were misled, just like we've misled today. Always misled by evil people with evil intentions. All the rich, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bilderberg Group, the kings and queens and all these princes of Middle East oil. Now Saudi Arabia has always been kind of our ally, but I don't think they have the best intentions for us either. So with all that said, we're deceived, and we went and destroyed the Indian people and their living spaces because someone pretended to be an Indian and did massive things that were bad to us. just like they did to Ukraine. They made it seem like Russia killed all these people, hurt all these people, but it wasn't Russia. It was these groups, whatever they are. You can go look it up. And you should look up everything anyway. Don't listen to somebody. Go look it up. And don't dig on ABC's website. That's not going to help you. The world, the globalist news isn't going to give you the truth. So that's what we're doing. We're spending all this money hurting our country for the globalist agendas. So, time to wake up. We're Americans. Republican, Democrat, whatever. We're American. We stick by each other and not turn this into hate and hate and hate and hate. And that's the Democratic Party's done. They've turned everybody into haters and divided us all. United we stand, divided we fall. And that's how they conquer, from within. They're conquering from within. They can't take us by brute force, but they can take us by dividing us and creating all this crazy stuff and manipulating our laws and our ways to the point they can just take over. They did it in Venezuela. It's the Nazi playbook. Hitler did this. And that's why they attacked the Jews. And this is kind of like the Nazi Party attacking the Republicans. Same thing. We are Americans. We stand together. And we may not agree. We don't have to. We still stand together. That's what makes us American. Period. Have a great day and Merry Christmas.